This is Rummy's Corner. Good evening, boxing fans, and welcome to part 3 of the Boxing Survey series. This open survey was conducted in the classic section of BoxingForum24.com, and 24 volunteers participated. Each participant provided a top 15 list for each of the traditional 8 weight classes. This time we will be exploring the featherweight division. I did not personally participate in the survey as I did not want my opinions to influence the final outcome. This is the scoring system. Pretty straightforward. 100 points for a first place vote, 80 points for a second place vote, and so on, with the 15th place votes being awarded 1 point. So everyone who participated was responsible for allocating a total of 453 points according to these point values. So with 24 participants, the most points any individual boxer can accumulate in any given weight class is 2,400. So let us jump right in and take a quick look at the top 10 featherweight scores. Number 10 is Johnny Kilbane, 391 points and appeared on 20 out of 24. So Kilbane has the most points and most appearances to date for anyone who finished 10th place. He outscored the 10th place bantamweight by more than 100 points. Number 9 is Eusebio Pedroza. 443 points for Pedroza, and he was mentioned on 22 out of 24 lists. Same type of thing going on here. Pedroza had the highest 9th place tally thus far, and he was tied for the most appearances for a 9th place finish. Number 8, we have Alexis Arguello. 522 points for Arguello and 21 out of 24. Solid scores here, and if you haven't already noticed, a few people suggested including the record and time frame from the guys in the top 10, so when the wind blows, let it not be said that I too do not blow. Number 7 is George Dixon. He received 606 points and appeared in 21 out of 24. Dixon also finished 11th place in the bantamweight survey. So Dixon just missed out on becoming the first boxer in the series to appear with 2 top 10 finishes. At number 6, we have Henry Armstrong. Homicide Hank earned 730 points. He appeared on 21 out of 24, and he also received 1 first place vote. Remember this name because if I had to venture a guess, this almost certainly isn't the last we'll be seeing of him. Number 5 is Vicente Salazar. 787 points for Salazar, and he was also mentioned in the top 15 on 21 out of 24 surveys. Salazar was consistently held in high regard. Number 4, we have Battelle. He received mentions on 22 out of 24, where he accumulated 899 total points. Very good scores, but interestingly enough, this is the lowest point total to date for any boxer finishing 4th place. At number 3, we have Salvador Sanchez. 1,025 points and a perfect 24 out of 24 for Sanchez. That marks Sanchez as the first featherweight reveal who is in the 1,000 plus points club, and also as the first member of the All 24 club. As I've said previously, any boxer who finds himself in both clubs is in very exclusive company. Number 2 is Sandy Sadler. A staggering 1,840 points for Sadler, a perfect 24 out of 24, and he also received 3 first place votes. Sadler represents another example of a featherweight outpointing his second place counterparts at both flyweight and bantamweight. Incredible score which might possibly exceed the point total for some first place finishes north of feather. And at number 1 we have Willy Pep. Powerhouse numbers for Pep in terms of this survey. 2,305 total points, a perfect 24 out of 24, and an incredible 20 first place votes. That means over 80% of those being surveyed believe that Pep is the greatest featherweight of all time. That's a pretty strong majority consensus. So this is the entire top 30 statistical breakdown for the Featherweight survey. Looking at this list, the first thing that jumped out to mind for me was the fact that this was the first time so far that every boxer in the top 10 was mentioned on at least 20 out of 24 survey lists. To me, this is very significant. That means over 80% of the participants agreed that the featherweights in the top 10 are, at worst, in the top 15. The fact that every featherweight in the top 10 has at least 20 mentions suggests that there is a greater consensus here, and I believe the strength of these final tallies reflects that. This is a very good top 10. Dare I say, the best list to date, where I believe things have gotten better as we moved north. And I say this even as I continue to believe that the flyweight list was pretty solid in its own right. The top 3 names here, Pep, Sadler, and Sanchez, that's the right 3 names in my opinion. Some dissenting voices understandably had Sadler as the best, and one person had Armstrong. I believe there might be a stronger case for Sadler than these final numbers reflect, but I otherwise think this top 3 is pretty much perfect. And actually, I think the entire top 10 is terrific. Looking at some of the guys just below the top 10, you have Kid Chocolate, Terry McGovern, and also Freddie Miller. I think you can reasonably make a case for any of those 3 maybe belonging in the top 10, although just glancing things over, I'm not really sure who I'd remove. That entire top 13? Wow. Deep weight class with a really rich history. And even Azuma Nelson and Marco Antonio Barrera rounding out the top 15, that's a damn strong group. Maybe some of those guys on the right side could be there instead of Barrera. Very little separating the baby-faced assassin from several totals on the right side. But overall, I like this a lot. Damn strong group of featherweights. So in total, there were 44 boxers mentioned in the featherweight survey, 3 new members of the 1,000 plus points club, and the very same 3 new members of the All 24 club. So the breakdown for featherweight is very similar to flyweight and bantamweight in terms of mentions and the 2 elite clubs. Willy Pep had the featherweight high score with 2,305, and Pep also had the most first place votes with 20. So Willy Pep has the new high scores to beat in both categories. And right now, there was a strong majority consensus for Jimmy Wild at flyweight, a strong majority consensus for Eder Geoffrey at bantamweight, and now at featherweight, an even slightly more commanding consensus when it comes to the will-o'-the-wisp, Willy Pep. That's it for this one. Next up will be the lightweight division, which I hope to have finished fairly soon. Once again, a very special thanks to the 24 participants who took the time and effort to create and submit their survey lists. Without them, this survey would not exist. So what did you think of the featherweight survey? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.